Khalifah Salim Mwarangi and his team lead Diani Youth Beach Cleaning, a powerful organization on a mission to educate, empower, and protect. With 50 local volunteers, they have made Diani Beach into a paradise where nature thrives. And in fact, it's currently rated the #1 beach destination in Africa, a title it's held for the past 6 years. It's an inspiration for nearby beach cleaning programs and a testament of our power to protect nature. Plus, they always find a little time for exercise and soccer. Enjoy the conversation. Can we hear a little bit about your organization and how you started, and also where you're based?
Oh, thank you so much. It's afternoon here. Yeah, it's around it's 13:58 hours. The sun is out. You can see I'm not using any artificial lights. It's natural light here. This is the sun penetrating through the roof here. Yeah, okay. My name is Khalifah Salim Mwarangi. I'm the founder and also the president for Diani Youth Beach Cleaning. Diani Youth Beach Cleaning is a youth organization. We deal with many thematic areas from climate justice, marine life conservation, youth empowerment, gender, and health. Yeah. Our organization is based in Diani, Kenya. This is in Kwale County. This is the southern part or the southern coast of Kenya, and it's well known for its beautiful beaches. Actually, it is the second destination in Africa. We have won around 5 awards, best African destination. Yeah. So how I started this, or how we started this, it was like a passion developed back at my home with my grandpa, as I used to see him planting trees and taking care of his garden, pruning, and also my grandpa was a fishmonger. So they came sometimes. He took me to the beach while he was doing the business, purchasing the fish from the fishermen. I asked him, "Hey, Grandpa, I see you're getting the fish from the ocean. What do you give back to the ocean?" Then it came during the Corona time when I was jogging to the beach to do the exercises with my 2 friends. We found that the coast is concentrated with a lot of plastic debris because it was during the Corona pandemic. No tourists were around. There was a curfew. People were afraid of going to the beach, but we had the guts to go and exercise so that we can beat the corona naturally. Yeah. So that's how we started our organization, and as we were doing the exercises, we were also doing the cleanup. And I asked my friends, like, "Hey, why should we not do create awareness and do sensitization via our social platform?" That's when we opened our social platforms from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook page. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And so you mentioned, by the way, I will link your Instagram and Twitter as well. I recommend everybody to follow it. But you mentioned that you started during coronavirus. Has that in any way kind of shaped how you work now and how you've kind of worked over the past 2 years?
Pardon?
Has that starting in the coronavirus, has that kind of shaped how you've worked now? Has it kind of changed your mission at all? Because you mentioned you started at a point where people were scared to go to the beach. How has that kind of influenced you now?
Okay. It was as you know, corona pandemic was like a dangerous and a deadly virus. So people were afraid even to get out of their house. People were social distancing themselves and like, "Hey, don't touch me." And but it was a learning period, not only for us but for the world. People learned a lot because it was the time that everyone was home. Even the kids could now enjoy the affection of their parents, you see. And for us, because we didn't have anything to do and we were We were just from school. It was holiday. We were like, no, we cannot stay at home. At least if we stimulate our body by doing exercises, maybe it can prevent the chances of us getting the corona. That's why we were jogging, and we were jogging very fast. Actually, it was not jogging; it was running. Yeah, but sometimes you slow down because you're not a kind of marathoner. Yeah, but it shaped us the way we were thinking, because in 2020 it was not the first time we went to the beach. Actually, it is our culture going to the beach, but it is during that time that we learned that there's a role for us to play for our ocean. There is a responsibility left for us to play for our ocean, to conserve it, and also make other people know its importance, and also the importance of conserving our marine environment. Yes.
And what was the process like at the beginning? Did you have any previous experience kind of starting your own organization, and how did that kind of shape the way you kind of began and led this organization?
It was a kind of difficult task because
Imagine.
it's not something easy to start an organization, because we just started as an initiative, as a passion. But as the time was going, people started noticing us. They advise us, why don't you register it as an organization so that you can be formally recognized by the government and also other entities? And that's when we went to register our organization. Actually, we registered as we were only 3 main active members. So after that, we mobilized people to come and clean for us. Like I'll pick a rake from home, the other one will pick a shovel, and we go do the cleanup. But also, some people, as they were started noticing us, they started uh, donating us some tools. That's after when the corona was a bit slowing down, and the tourism sector was booming again. These two friends uh, who donated us rakes and gloves, like, hey, you can use this for your activities. And that's how we started to progress as an organization. Later on, another organization from a nearby county here in Mombasa also donated us some rakes and also some reflectors for us to amplify our voice, and also to make sure we have the proper gears for the cleanup. Yes.
And it looks like it's been pretty successful so far from what I've seen on your Instagram. Um, I'm not sure the exact number, but it looks like you make posts only almost a couple times a week. So how has the cleanup been so far?
Uh, like the number of the cleanups, or what exactly do you mean?
I suppose the number of cleanups, and also um, throughout the years, have you kind of noticed the beaches? You mentioned it's ranked like the most beautiful beach in Africa. Have you kind of seen the beach year from year become cleaner, and I suppose gather less trash over time? Like maybe are people attending the beach as well, kind of following you and kind of trashing the beach less as well in the first place?
Yeah, what I can say is that we do cleanups. Actually, when we started during the corona pandemic, because we were in a holiday, let me say so, we used to clean like each day. Every day we were going to the beach and do the cleanup. But as the corona was slowing down, and we found ourselves with other engagements, so we were going like 2 days a week, 3 days a week. Uh, and when the team was growing bigger, people started like, oh, I have this tomorrow, I have this to attend the following day. So can we schedule a day each week for us to do the cleanup? And we fall for Saturday. So nowadays, we do the cleanups each Saturday. And as I can say, the debris concentration is reducing, and many people have embraced like beach cleanups. There are now many initiatives for beach cleanups around, and I believe it's one of our goals, like to make sure other people are aware, and also the tourists embrace it because they walk with their like sling bags here to collect trashes as they walk around the beach. So it has created like some kind of good culture for the people to to conserve the marine environment. Yes.
That's amazing. So there's kind of a whole new culture you created around there where people, you said even the tourists kind of come and help clean up as well, just naturally. That's amazing. And you mentioned other kind of beach cleanups that you've inspired. Are there any specific examples, or I don't know if you can name them, but have you had the chance to work with any of them?
The tourists.
The tourists, and then did you mention are there other beach cleanups in the area as well, other organizations?
Yeah. We have worked with different organizations so far. Uh, um, there is a local recycling organization called Kwale Recycling Plus. It has like help us with some gears and also kind of train us in like segregation of the waste. And there is another organization called Harry organization, which also train our members in matters of sustainable waste management, and other local youth groups and orphanages that like there's an orphanage called Al Walidain Rescue Center, which most of the time volunteer with us during the cleanups. And we really appreciate their efforts and their energy and their time for creating some time to work with us. Yes.
That's amazing because you mentioned kind of the other part of your story is working with those and working with other youth as well.
Yeah.
So what kind of I suppose populations do you attract to this? Is it mostly younger people or I guess what's kind of the mix? Do you have older people there as well?
Okay. Okay. There's a Swahili saying that states samaki mkunje angali mbichi, which can translate to like it's easier like to carve the fish while it's in its original state, like in its fresh state, rather than when it has already dried. So it's not that we are working with only younger people, but we believe that young people have the ability to conserve the environment. You know,
Okay.
we always think that the environmental space or the environmental conservation space is for the older people, but youths are the leaders of today, not leaders of tomorrow. So I believe in working with the fellow youths because youths have still have the energy, and it is during the youthful age that you learn through mistakes. And we also encourage like introduction of ocean literacy curriculum to the school kids so that they can learn the importance of marine conservation at an early age, because as they grow, they would it will instill discipline among them to conserve the marine environment. Yes.
Can you actually, that's interesting. Can you talk a little bit more about that? It's a curriculum you started, your organization?
No, we have not yet started, but we have plans and framework, because it's not something easy. We are not yet a big organization that we can do it ourselves, but we have a proposal in place, and we are looking for friend organization and donors who are ready to take our idea forward. And I believe it will be a change maker for the marine conservation here in Diani municipality. Yes.
That sounds excellent. You said it's a proposal, so I'm not sure how much you can say, but what exactly would that entail then? Or what exactly would the proposal contain?
Okay, it just in like giving you a rough idea is that you know everything is developed, and like for a kid to have good manners, you need to teach them at an early age. For them to be responsible people, you need to teach them at a younger age. So I believe if we introduce like curriculums to the nursery schools, kindergarten, and lower primary school for the same, it will be amazing because you'll teach them that it's not good to like to drop a plastic. You need to collect it and put it somewhere safe, like safe disposal, and also teach them how they can upcycle the plastic at an early age. You can tell them, hey, this plastic bottle, instead of you throwing it around, you can cut the lower part and use it to put your pencil on top of a table while at home. Or you can use this plastic to make a flower vessel for yourself, things like those. I think that will make more sense before thinking of even the developing or establishing a recycling center. But these small ideas will have a bit of a bigger impact to the society, and also they can make things that they can sell and earn something. So it will bring about circular economy. Yes.
That's amazing. I like your emphasis too, because I know there's reduce, reuse, recycle, and usually most organizations just focus on recycle. So I think from what I've commonly heard at least, it's supposed to kind of almost go in order. So if you can't reduce what you're doing, then try to reuse it and upsell it. So I like that you're kind of going with that earlier step. Have you, out of curiosity, had any success so far with students or with anybody being able to sell the product or being able to sell something they've upcycled?
Uh, okay. Here at local, we haven't worked with any organization that do the upcycling, but there is an organization from Germany. Actually, it's it also do awareness through social medias, and it upcycles these fishnets into beautiful wristbands. Yeah, so he gave us the idea that hey, you know what, you can upcycle this fishnet into a proper beautiful wristband that you can sell it to the people. Yeah, so
And
that's
it
the
looks like,
only
oh, sorry.
thing that we have worked on.
And I saw it too with the Germany. Was that on your Instagram? Had you worked with them also with other things like tree planting?
Uh, okay, no, but we have worked with a local organization here called Colobus Conservation. They were having a project called Iki, which was being sponsored by GIZ. GIZ is the government of Germany. So we chipped into that project as associate. We were not owning the project, but we were associated because it's our passion to do the tree planting and like environmental conservation.
Excellent. So you do like the ocean cleanups and tree planting. So it sounds like you're
Yeah.
pretty extensive. Yeah,
Uh, and not only okay, in our thematic areas, we follow the SDGs, the SDG 14,
okay.
the life below water, and the life on land, the SDG 15, and also the SDG 17, which talks about partnership for gold. So we were hoping to work with other local initiatives like in mangrove conservation, because um, there's this problem of climate change, and there's this emission of greenhouse gases which need to be solved. So here locally, people plant or restore mangroves and also plant more mangroves so that it can act as a carbon capture for the greenhouse gases and the carbon release from the big industries. Yeah.
With mangroves. It looked excellent too to see kind of for anybody watching this, by the way, I would encourage you to go check out the video. It was amazing to see kind of, was it 500 trees you had? 500 saplings you planted?
Yeah, we planted 500 indigenous trees.
Yeah, it was excellent to kind of watch. I was actually just curious in that video. So it looked like the area you were planting was already very dense with vegetation. Like it looked like, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but there were very tall grasses there. Did that make it more challenging to plant? Or I know it's the native area, but was that kind of a challenge?
Uh, uh, okay, we were experiencing heavy rains, so the grasses have like grown taller, but it was not challenging because we provided the community with gumboot so that they can use to step on the tall grasses. And when we were planting, like we could clean in a circular way a place where we plant the tree so that it can have some space to grow and overcome the weedings. And we are also doing the monitoring. Each week, we are going to check around the planted area to see how is the progress and how are the tree thriving. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So you're going back to monitor those trees.
Yeah.
Excellent. Monitor weekly. That's amazing. Yeah, it's nice to hear too how quickly you've expanded into not only beach cleanups, but these other areas as well. I guess speaking broadly then, because your mission includes conservation and the climate, what do you see your role as being, I suppose, in maybe a couple of years? You've expanded so fast. What exactly, I suppose, do you see as being kind of your general mission and your role being in a few years?
Um, like in a few years or
Yeah, maybe in 5 years' time.
okay. You know why I'm laughing? It's because here we just hope to read tomorrow, but we don't believe. Yeah, but we are hoping to grow as a big organization. Actually, next year we want to open our small office so that it will be a central point for our members to meet and also maybe partners. So we'll start small. We are looking for we already have the office stall, but we need to furnish it with the tables and desktops so that we get our and chairs so that we can start our initiative. And also we are planning to develop like a strategic plan for the 5 years. That is from 2023 uh, 2024 to 20 uh, to 2031. So we are hoping to develop that strategic plan with the help from our area expertise who will guide us because our organization is youth-led, so we need to have mentors who will help us in developing that. And we are also hoping to capture the thematic areas that our organization covers, as I've mentioned earlier, from marine conservation to climate justice to civic education to health to gender and health to peace and security, because all those thematic areas, if are well implemented, I think it will have an impact in our main objective, which is the marine conservation. Yeah.
I love that connecting all of them too. Because I think that's probably something a lot of organizations miss, and you do it so well and so seamlessly as well. All these different projects. So I think you really captured that. Um, Unfortunately, I always forget I'm on the free version of Zoom, so the meeting will end in a couple minutes. So we'll start wrapping it up here. Maybe I'll buy the full version eventually. But I suppose looping back a little bit, so we've kind of a little bit about the everything your organization has done so far, and then I know a little bit where you hope to end up. Um, can you quickly, going back to the beginning, you explained a little bit about how you began. What was it like to begin? Had you had prior experience? And then also, well, I guess what was it like personally? How has the journey been for you?
Uh, in summary, it wasn't easy to start this organization. It is a passion and a commitment which ensured that we have moved to where we are today. As I've told you that I developed the passion as I used to see my grandpa what he does in farm garden, growing the native trees and taking care of them, and also planting and planting. Actually, he died, I think, 5 months ago, but I still see his legacy, the number of trees that are growing and the younger ones that he planted before his demise. And also, another thing is that his passion with the marine business. When I used to see him doing fish business and uh, purchasing the seashell and do business with the locals and even international partners from Middle East and Japan and China. So when I saw him doing the fish business, I asked him, well, I see the fish gives you a lot of product that you do it or you use it for your business purposes. What are you giving back to the ocean? And that's how I developed that idea that our locals earn a lot from the ocean. What are we giving back to the ocean? And that's how we started our organization with two of my friends who we used to plug from home to the beach. And during the Corona pandemic, we witnessed or we realized that there's a higher concentration of plastic debris at the beach. And that's how we started our organization. And I'm very, very grateful to everyone who joined the organization because um, uh, we are made of skillful youth and graduates. I can say it's the only youth organization here around that has carried a burden of many graduates. If I could be maybe paying them, then I could be like I should be collecting higher revenues for me to yeah. But I really really appreciate their efforts and their time and their skills that they volunteer to make sure our organization grows and move forward. I really really appreciate their efforts. Yeah.
And I've noticed too on your Instagram page, I've seen at least two posts so far where you highlight the graduates or somebody serving. So it's kind of amazing to see that as well, that they both stick to the organization and then you also highlight them and emphasize them so well. So I guess as we wrap up here, just kind of a final question. It's a little bit broad, so if you want a moment to think about it, it's perfectly understandable. But thinking about everything you've done so far, one of your main goals you mentioned is to inspire youth with that civic education. What general piece of advice would you have to someone, any youth or a little bit older as well, but anybody looking to start their own similar climate organization or conservation or anything kind of along those lines?
Okay. My advice is that uh, just that, just that.
Right.
If it's in you, it will really grow and it will really happen. I actually tell people, or people call me always ready because I'm always ready. Yeah. So if you want to start that. conservation group or a conservation organization, you just do it. Don't think of capital or something, because to start you just need labor, and the first labor, it's yourself. You just do it, and create awareness to other people and well wishers who you think are ready to join you, and you will eventually get a team of strong people, a team of committed people, a team of passionate people with positive energy that will ensure the thriving of your organization. Yeah, because there's a challenge of funds, which we were also facing. And I can't say that we've got funding. We've not got any. We just volunteer ourselves. We dip our pockets to contribute the little we can, so that we can make our organization move forward. But we are hoping to get donors and well wishers who will support us to grow bigger. But if someone wants to start such an organization, you just do it. Everything will fall into right place at the right time, and yeah, that's my advice.
Thank you so much. I've heard that before, but I feel like it's so straightforward, but it's never easy to follow. But I think you're so right. Just start. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you again for calling, and I hope you have a good afternoon. Thank you, Khalifa.
Okay, thank you so much, Giovanni. Hoping we'll be in touch soon.
I
Bye.
hope so. Bye.